Okay, let's head in to the action. Looks like we have 2-card mulligan for Phoenix. Oh, 3-card. Okay, so bets on that being a bird. And see, there's maybe an off chance it's a Forgotten Library, maybe, um, or a cheap Shigenja. So, but keeping a bird probably makes the most sense as a single card to keep. Or Satoshi. Could be Satoshi. Okay, we'll find out in a second. Gathering the Fate. Goes digging for. I find that Shrine Maidens are very good early on, especially if you want to just do the first turn pass thing, and then Shrine Maiden charge. Charge, obviously. Walking the Ways, really good if you're going to invest in a Shigenja. To dig down for the pieces that you want, fill up your graveyard, that kind of thing. A little early for 4 Barrows. Actually, a little early for Charge Bird too, unless you have the Walking the Way and you have some luck to get some value from when the bird leaves play. Practiced a lot of Keeper of Air. I didn't do so well at my Grand Nationals, but I found more and more it was that sort of first turn pass was actually a really good play for Keeper of Air Phoenix. You may lose Providence, you may even lose 2. Obviously against Unicorn you'd rather not do that first turn pass, but otherwise you bank a lot of Fate for your 4 bearers. You can sweep a lot of cards into discard, etc. Prep up for the second round, so we'll see which way it goes. Crane, I would imagine. It seems to me they're favored. I don't know. Chat, please chime in with your opinion. Who's favored in this matchup? How do you think it'll go? What's in the important things to look for? But Crane, certainly when they get a big character backed up by a dojo or say a Toshimoko, they can really sort of take over and make it hard for Phoenix to get any breaks. It really stymies them for a while, and then they just outvalue them in terms of investing into the characters, attachments, stick around for many rounds and stuff like that. So imagine Crane will be buying a lot of 3 and 4 Fate characters with 3 Fate or 4 Fate, depending where they are in the game, digging for Uji, hoping that Phoenix hits Magistrate and doesn't break it. So on Phoenix side, I would think, how can you get your 4 Bears Echoes? Can you get your charge off? Oh, Kanjo, first round. So Favor's even more important. I mean, Censure, having your Censures online is super important for Phoenix in this matchup. So we have Uji. He's fingering it. I'm surprised if he invests in it first round because he won't get the passing Fate. The Paragon looks a little stronger, maybe even a pass. I saw some Fate move around. Oh, no, he's going to buy the Paragon. Okay. Yep, start dumping some cards. Now, against Kyuden, putting cards in the graveyard, especially if it's their choice, it's not the strongest. That's a 1 Fate character, so let's see how it goes for Favor. That's going to be huge. Huge this turn. Who ends up with the Favor? There's no keepers available to get sort of that cheap 2 glory. There's a tea house. I imagine that's going to get dumped pretty quick. There's basically only clouds, possibly only clouds. Some Keeper Rares don't even run any attachments at all, which makes sense to me. Cloud is very powerful. Cloud works with Iona, so I can see the argument for Cloud. But at the same time, a lot of decks run attachment control and let goes, and you're just turning that on. Okay, Cloud on Paragon, so he's running attachments. Interesting that he chose to do that out of conflict. Simply because he could have got a bow on the Paragon during the conflict. I suppose he didn't want the Paragon to use its ability, but getting a bow on the Paragon I think would have been fairly strong. So down comes the Steward of Law. We know Greg is on 2-story defeats at a minimum, and that's his restricted card. Okay, we see a Void Ring heading in. Yep, because he's definite immediate. Oh, Magistrate Station. So early is not terrible. There is not really that solid charge target or a good charge target at all for Phoenix. For Shame, bows the Steward. Steward uses his Stewardness immediately to bow Iona. There's Against the Waves options, plus there's Iona options to actually bow the Steward too. So loses the Assassinate, gets a Walking, gets a My Ancestor Strength. So, I mean, a double Walking could... Oh no, there's no standing Shigenja unless there's an Against the Waves here. A fair amount of Fate for Phoenix. Obviously breaking this is a big deal. If you can early, okay, so we see investment. 1 assassination has hit unless he's got the second assassination. drawn already, or if he even has one. Um, so I would feel very confident investing in an assassinatable conflict. So he does get the Azunami. So if he straightens up Yuon, it could go to 4. Not the strongest, but does get Satoshi. And the Walking the Way bows. So we see a Kakita Dojo Duel. I imagine to just turn on Voice of Honor. Because Satoshi is a pretty solid charge target. He's not going to add a lot to this conflict, but he is going to use his ability for really cheap. So yeah, it would have been nice to get that off earlier, just so Yona couldn't use her ability. But you needed to have the 3 strength and he needs to win it, etc. At this point, it's not useful for either player to bid anything but 1, because the dojo doesn't have any effect now for blanking, other than giving the honor to the box. Okay, we do see the charge. So that's good, because we're attacking void, I believe. Yes, air is still there, so keepers won't come popping out to get favor. But he didn't know Satoshi was coming, so attacking keeper of air would have been Palace with Kanjo off Satoshi. Oh, that was a very key walking the way. That walking the way was huge to get Satoshi with a charge in hand. It is going to be, I mean, kind of got to be on the break Palace plan now. I wonder if Crane's got the cards that they need for this. Bonsai. Now, if they defend Magistrate, that's its own sort of advantage for sure. And Bonsai takes them up to 7. So obviously the storms are pretty small. Could walking off the box for and maybe have another charge. He could. The Forebear's Echoes. I mean, sorry, the My Ancestor's Strength doesn't help. There's no really good Echoes target in there right now. So let's see what the answer is here. Does he have his own Bonsai? Or does Phoenix have his own Bonsai? Still would be losing. So how is it 8? Am I missing something? We have a Steward with a sword and a Bonsai. That's 7, is it not? Did I miss a perfect cut or something? By my count, it's 7-3, but the dice disagree with me. Neither player seems to have an issue with this. Strength in numbers. Okay. Oof. There you go. There's the answer. There's no Voice of Honor on that. Well, there's no voice on the charge, so get fairly confident. So there's just a Bonsai defending right now, all by himself. A dude yelling. I mean, strength in numbers, obviously you want to see it used earlier rather than later, but you don't want to see it used on your... Okay, we see a Fate used. Is he going to charge another character to try to get the break? Because currently not breaking. Oh, no Shrine Maiden. Second Shrine Maiden comes in. This one's a lot better. Display of Power and Against the Waves. Making this an extremely difficult break to stop now, since you want it to be Against the Waves. Yep. There goes Magistrate Station turn 1, which is definitely how Phoenix would have wanted to script it. Now, the crackback is significant, but at the same time, does he want to send the Paragon by him as well? Because the Stewart's only 3, so it's unlikely to break Kanjo. Does Crane have another Bonsai? Does Crane have another sword? Does Crane have something to break this Kanjo? Because now it's a 4 count so far for the favor. And you don't want to get into Kanjo lock here at all, obviously. It's all about obvious statements here for commentary today. Kanjo lock bad. He knows he has a display, so he doesn't want to go air ring or anything like that. Doesn't want to go void. Earth, I guess. Oh, but I don't know if he has the fate for display. Let's see. Uono was 2, 3, 3, 6. No, I think he just has the 1, possibly 2 off screen. Paragon, non-honored Paragon, so you can choose a card to... Oh no, it's clouded. Oh, Tea House. Yeah, Paragon is a Courtier. Yeah, Tea House is a very good card. As a crab player, I dislike Tea House. immensely. Um, and this is an earth ring. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just, well, could have watered, but that wouldn't, no, water wouldn't help at all. Court games, okay. Goes up to 4. Still pretty far from breaking, barring a fan or something like that. I don't think I've seen new names in Greg's list yet, which is interesting with For Shame, but he does have Stewart. Okay, Rando hands over the whole thing. Interesting tactic. My Ancestor Strength is gone. We saw off the Shrine Maiden. Okay, so less impactful with Keen Beauty, but one less usage. And can't use the box for anything else if you want to use it for that. Okay, doesn't get the break, but does get the Earthring trigger, and that's a fair amount of cards. Even though we went through a Shrine Maiden that pulled 2, Phoenix is taking some card hits here. Well, it still looks like 6 or 7. Okay. Does he have a Seeker? No, not enough Fate for Seeker, I don't knowledge, I don't think, or you wouldn't want to play. So unless he has a 3rd Shrine Maiden, he did draw. He did draw the Against the Waves, so he could. No, he's already had his military conflict. He's not going to do that for Iona. So I don't foresee another conflict coming for Phoenix here. Yeah, why is it 2 plus 2? That is a very good question, Yokodunzo. Why is it plus 2 in strength? You know, because Crane has all those crappy provinces they want to put it on. Um, yeah, I think Tea House is a definitely above the curve card. And against some clans like Crab that have all expensive attachments, I don't. It feels worse than Lekos to me, just because it's repeatable. I know it's not. I know that goes the gold standard of attachment controls, but okay. So we've seen Against the Waves to do defense and then a pass. Defensive on the Iona to try to prevent a break. Here, Stewart's winning on board. Okay, water. I mean, Phoenix was first and they passed. So what's the water ring getting you here? I guess if you have an Ancient Master and Fate that I can't see to play the Ancient Master, then you would see be what? 2. You'd stand up that. That's 3. Ancient Master would make it 5. Oh yeah, that would do it. 5 to 4. So we're walking the way again. Oh, a little interruption. Okay, good. Quick. Probably have a little bit of choppy here. Staring at those cards. What did who pay Fate for? Yogo, let's see. So Fate-wise, yeah. I mean, the Stewart was bought with a Fate, and the Paragon was bought with 2. So that's 5, 6, 7. And Phoenix was first, and all they bought is Iona, so they got the passing Fate. So I think that's all his Fate. I don't think he got any Keeper Fate. Yeah, it was the Stewart with a Fate. Okay, little interruption. We've had a couple of these during the day. They usually handle very quickly. We should get back to it and see how this favor game goes. But yeah, without any Fate, then I don't see. I mean, the Water Ring. I mean, well, what's your choices? I guess do you go Air? Doesn't do a ton for you, and you risk getting defended, and keepers coming out. So you definitely don't want Air. Fire. I guess Fire and Iona might be the one I would have thought about because you can't get favor anyway that I can see. But which is a big deal. I mean, obviously, not just Kanjo, but this deck, Keeper Bear deck, probably runs 3 Censures, so that allows them to play their Forebear's Echoes without fear of cancel, or with much less fear of cancel. um, no, the Void Ring was claimed. Oh, is that the Void Ring? Oh, well. Oh no, ads. Forget this. Let's go back to the. Okay, well, was a short ad. Why can't I get my full screen thingy anymore? Oh, okay. Interesting. interesting because it's offline. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on it. That's interesting. I can't full screen offline things. Twitch. Oh, I think this might be just a Wi-Fi thing or camera. Okay, let's check out who else is playing. So Niels, so it's Unicorn, Seeker Void, Phoenix, which I think is a pretty even matchup. Like Unicorn is kind of the ultimate 50-50 clan, right? Could beat anyone half the time. Half the time works every time. Fernando and Eric, what's that matchup here? Well, we can probably just scoreboard. Actually, I can look at another screen. Let's see. Any luck? No. Okay, let's do a quick refresh. See if we can get the screen back. Spinning. Got some spinnings. No. Is that mine? I mean, people are still hearing and seeing me, right? I don't think it's my network error. But usually the little camera thing comes up. Okay, let's see. So Eric versus table 3. Eric versus Fernando is a Scorpion versus Unicorn matchup. Table 4, we have Alex and James. That was the one that was a concede. That one's already over. Table 5, we have Sigmund and Joseph. So we have a Crab versus Unicorn matchup. So a lot of unicorns along those first few tables. How are we doing? Not so good. Okay. Huh. Okay. I was going to test mine. I'm going to jump over to this 11,000 people watching this Minecraft stream. Yeah, okay, so mine is fine. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Okay, I'll go back to the much better L5R stream. Ah, it's back. Yay. So maybe I just had to switch to Minecraft screen? Minecraft luck? Okay. Oof, what's going on here? Okay, so trying to catch up as rapidly as I can. Apologies for that. That was weird. Stream will be fine. Yeah, okay. So it was just some weird thing with my Twitch. I had to go watch Minecraft as pay my penance. Okay, sorry guys. So I am back. Oh, losing everybody. Oh no. Mine to go watch the normal stream. That's okay. And looks like Uchi was bought. Got clouded. And then got clouded again. Double cloud. 2 clouds. Okay, he has 2 clouds on him. And that maybe in case he goes into a conflict with a Courtier on the tea house. Yeah. So looks like we got another keeper popped up. Forgotten library. We still got the Kanjo action. Past this conflict to lose to Uji on the manicured garden. But lose not break. That was a political conflict? Oh no, sorry, it's Paragon Grace. Okay, now I'm caught back up. Paragon Grace beats the Seeker, but, or does he? Where did the ring go? Was there a Mindcaster Strength or something to beat? Okay, there's some disagreement or some pointing. Seeker of Air. That was a fire ring. I don't see any fire ringing anywhere. Okay, way of on Uji through his 2 clouds of mines. Unless I'm no, that doesn't look like a cloud of mine. Oh, it really does actually. but I thought I see a plus. Anyway, it's a one coster that looks like Cloud the Mind. So I don't know why you double Cloud the Mind him, other than I guess him being with a Courtier. Okay, against the waves to stand up the Seeker of Knowledge. Are we going to see a political attack and attempt to draw in Uji? I'm going to see a big military push with Yona. It looks like it might be a political attack. I mean, certainly air is very valuable here and would draw a defender, I would think, because I think there's one keeper in the discard and one keeper there on the row. Pretty big deal. Pilgrimage. Okay, Seeker Fate. Political. I don't know if anything else walking the weight or something big, but I wouldn't with a dojo on it. I'm not sure. I fear. Okay, my ancestor's strength. Is there a bird in the? I didn't see a bird go in, so I think you can Azanami it. I suppose supernatural storm off the block. Oh no, whoops, 8. What the? Oh, 4/4. He's got military. Oh wow, that's sophisticated stuff. I like it. Military and political marked. 2 different dice. So okay. He's got political favor though. What did he my ancestor's strength? It should be higher than 4. Oh no, it's not because of the dishonor. So if he did Azanami, he'd be 3, and then with the favor, he'd be 4. The character itself would be 3 though. Okay, storms. Yep, they go to 6. Then he box storms because Uji's defending, I suppose. And then he censures a voice of honor. So it's 8. Oh, it's a tea house, so he had to get to 7. Okay. Yep, looks like he's going to break. Dump that tea house. Get the ring. Bring the favors. Yes, that's true. Kanjo is very dumb. Two keepers. Okay, so that's, a lot of potential standing glory. So Kanjo might not be going anywhere here. And this might be a Kanjo game, basically, where the entire story can be summed up as Kanjo with favor turn 1. We have a Cloud of Uji, so that sort of unfairness that the Crane could counter with, as well as Magistrate being broken. So there's kind of 2 levels of 2 different aspects of unfairness the Crane could have brought to battle the Kanjo unfairness, or fair and balanced, as you want to put it, cards, but they're disappearing. Where are Crane's Legos? It's a question. Okay, so we see a big mill attack here with Kanjo. Pretty good chance of pushing for that 3rd break. Hits shameful. So gets cheated out of Keeper Fate this turn, although if he gets a break here, he wouldn't have got it anyway. Sorry, Seeker Fate wouldn't have got it next turn. Dishonors 1 of the box is used at least, so that my Sister's Strength's not coming back. Currently 3, which is enough to break if Kanjo is used. Yeah, Kanjo is used. Oh, Kanjo reading. Yeah, I know. Every time Kanjo is used, I don't believe it actually does that either, but it does. There we go. Winning and breaking on the Earth Ring. That's 3rd break. Okay. Doji Challenger gets dumped. Okay, so lose a card. Loses Spear Rush's 4th. Not that impactful. Is it an attack only card? I believe so. So, I mean, Crane is definitely in defense mode right here, so I don't know if they mind losing that particular card right now. But no Forebears Echoes have been played. Censures are still on. I haven't found a bird yet, but they're coming, obviously. Now, what? I mean, I think you get rid of the Forgotten Library here, so you can push in for the win. But Forgotten Libraries are pretty good. You might be tempted to keep them. Yeah, the Kanjo grinding for sure, where you threaten, so they have to over defend because you could just Kanjo something, and then your next big, and then they can't attack really because they need to defend the second one too. Yeah, yeah, I've definitely been here. Ooh, not a good flip for Crane at all in this situation. All they can do is buy a. I mean, I'd be tempted to just put two fate on this. This can be a long game for you, but goes with the one. Crane isn't a deck that has a lot to spend money on. I guess rivals. No duels of the deaths or anything, but it's not that impactful in this matchup, I don't think. So, what? He's looking at his Dynasty deck? Okay, I miss what's going on here. Why is that happening? And he's looking again. Oh, is that not a tea house? Is that a search? No. Is that a search your cards for Imperial? Oh, okay. Look tea housey, but it wasn't. It was the Maya Library, I think it's called. Yeah, thank you, chat. There you go. Okay. I mean, did not find exactly what he wanted though either. See, 5 bids, need gas here for defense, need gas for the attack. I mean, down 3 breaks. I mean, ooh, 7 honor, 5 after this turn. I mean, maybe somehow Crane tries for dishonor victory here. I don't know. Ancestral shrines are a thing, and they're in the deck. If that is even only 7, it might be 12. I didn't think he lost a lot of honor so far, but yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Two Phoenix's first player attacking the box. Box is Rally, I believe, from previous games. Opting not to go with the Revels, so that will buy him a turn definitely, because Mill is undoubtedly what Phoenix can break on here. I mean, there's my Ancestor Strengths, so. But I would imagine that Crane can hold off political attacks, although Kanjo will certainly help. So, okay. Dishonored Keeper. Good rally popper, as it were. Grabs 2 fate. He's making a big pile of fate for Phoenix to threaten some, double forebears action and stuff. Okay, rally. Flips it to political. Yep. I think, yeah, defend with the Paragon to get the usage. Use it right away because it might get Kanjoed. And we get a walking. Not the best hit in this case. Useful, sure. Okay, so it's pass. That was, your feint. Okay, so attack water here, maybe. Try to get a break and get a fate and stand up a defender. Yeah, it's back to manicured. Okay, so I mean we do. Oh, wow, Brash Samurai 2. Yeah, I guess because he just be Kanjoed back. So if you're serious at all about the break, then you do this. Now this is a military. Still no bird that I saw go in, but there's definitely an Azanami there for 4 strength. Nope, no defenders. Oh, he's got display power. And sentries are on. Oh no, charge. Okay, first to charge for Nobukai. Gonna bow everybody so you don't even have to use Kanjo. And nullify this. And you have display of power in the wings if you really need to. Whew. I'd start thinking about that favorable ground right now. Yep. Pulls back Uji. But of course, still the same Kanjo problem. Because now it's unlikely the water ring will go off. And then, you can just get Kanjo on the next attack into your stronghold. Although I don't know if the political pumps are there for Phoenix to break politically. Shrine Maiden comes in to win the water ring, okay. Pulls a triple. A triple. Oof. It's a bad day to be a crane here. Pulls it in second, another display of power, a supernatural storm, and I believe it was against waves. Okay, so water ring claimed by Phoenix. They either second attack with Kanjo still usable. Although it is political attack, so their political strength is currently 2. But they can cruise in void. They can get rid of this Uji, which is a pretty big deal. Barring a rival or something like that dropped in. And yeah, the hole just gets a little deeper for this crane, thanks to Kanjo. And Sentries in favor and all that stuff. So very decisive first round. Yep, in comes the rival. Guess you could have held for the use of Kanjo, just because then you take the Sentries off. Okay, so the rival gets sent home. He has the higher strength. Oh, but with no fate too. I would have tempted to buy it with 1 fate. Oh, because he had 2. That's why. Now I bought a second with a fate. Okay, pretty big expenditure. Still no let goes for this honored Uji, fortunately. $62 court games. The keeper, I guess. I don't know. This is a tough. I mean, 6. It's void. Yeah, you don't want to lose the void, but still, 6 to 4 is not. I still got a ways to go. I mean, you can my ancestor strength, the seeker of knowledge, pump him up to win. We see walking the way. Over top of. Okay, so he gets the Gishitoshi. Probably looking for a better my ancestor strength target. The bird would have taken this conflict up to winning or tied, so attacker winning. No bird yet, so still doing a lot of damage with no access to birds. And a ton of fate for Forebear's Echoes when the birds come. And they'll come. Box is that walking the way. Oh, there we go. There's a bird. 2 charges have been used, so obviously I think just looking to dump that bird and use it next turn for my ancestor strength. And there could be another walking the way in hand to get the. Sorry, mouse is on the. To get the Fushiko. I guess it's somewhat ambiguous when I say bird. A lot of birds on this table. That get the Fushiko in there and use the ancestors. Cloud's the rival, okay. Which will take 3rd cloud with no. There's a tea house though. Right? I mean, am I crazy? Crane can just use the tea house to pop it back up to his owner's hand and can't play clouds unless I missed the use of the tea house before. Okay, so yeah, because losing this Uji, I mean, make a bad position even far worse. Another Seeker of Knowledge, okay. Does he have another? I think there's a second my ancestor strength that we saw. Formal invitation. Okay. So Uji can come in for 5 additional strength. Political here. But if there is another ancestors, that's going to 10. Supernatural storm to 8. Currently breaking. Yeah, pops the tea house, pops the thing. So it looks like I think it was Phoenix was forgetting the tea house, perhaps, and he's trying to bait more cards. The Crane player. So he pops up the Uji to take him currently to winning. Let's see, is there another storm? Uji's 5. Yeah. Kanjo's still there though. Oh no, Kanjo was used on the first raffle. Okay, so Crane wins that. A small respite. Um, keeps the better board there. Favor still with the Phoenix player and all his juicy holdings there. So that's a pretty good holdings row. I wonder if he's going to keep the Forgotten Library. I mean, obviously the other two, most likely. He could ditch the Palace, I suppose, if he senses this is like the last turn or close. Be a little tad risky, a tiny bit risky, because Crane still has a pretty decent board. Okay, I'm not on mute anymore, am I? No, or no, or just that one half around. Okay. So down to just a Seeker of Knowledge versus a big Crane board, but a big Crane board that's one turn away from disappearing, and a long road ahead for Crane. But we'll see. Certainly could get some work done this turn, even with Kanjo. Crane becomes first player. Rings head back in. Rally's been popped though, so he's got kind of a blank Stronghold province now, and he's got to worry about all the 4 Barrows Echoes that haven't been played, and with a bird. So, oh, finds a dupe for Uji. Okay, small Toshimoko. If you can get a big Toshimoko, I don't think he's played any swords. So obviously Toshimoko with some fate, dupe Toshimoko, dupe Uji. Hope to get a really big Toshimoko. All 3 clouds. Oh, there's a cloud in hand. There's a cloud in hand and no tea house. So one would hope Crane finds a Lecco or has found a Lecco and has been super cagey about it. That might get censored though. It's gonna be an interesting turn. It's gonna be a really interesting turn. So, obviously, there's a bunch of 4 Bears Echoes in hand because he couldn't buy anything anyway. So Ancestral, okay. If he is in fact down to 5 honor, then the Ancestral will help. I think we see after 5 bids. Yep, because Crane is investing in board, so I mean there is some chance he crawls back. I think it's a big uphill battle, but got to cheer for the underdog at this point. Gossip's 4 Bears Echoes, I'm guessing. No idea. But there's no helpful Jikoku. Oh, censors the gossip. Okay. All right. Oh, Voices of Honor is a censure. Huh. I guess that stops all the 4 Bears Echoes, even the one off the box, because you'd be tempting to just voice the 4 Bears Echoes, but he's got a lot of fate, so you can just play it off the box without any really that much damage. Or he might have played on Mindsester's Strength, but this I doubt. I mean, that is way deep in Phoenix's conflict deck there. He's got everything he needs. Okay. So I think this is trying to get him to use the Kanjo now. Okay. Interesting. Fire. Interesting. I mean, we got a favorable to bring Toshimoko into the conflict, the dangerous one, whatever is deemed to be the dangerous one. So that favorable is pretty big here. I'm just trying to get rid of that Kanjo. I mean, at this point, I don't know. Do you want to invest in defending against a 12? So you're going to use Kanjo or lose it. There's 2 shamans played, 2 Seeker of Knowledge played, so there's, I mean, barring some kind of tweaking of this deck, that should be only 2 conflict characters left, although very few cards left in his conflict pile, so it's probably one of the other in there. So I mean, he could conjo and then drop a conflict character and then do some shenanigans with it to prevent the break. He does have favor. Display power. Okay. So it is a break on Kanjo. Then there's a display of power to air ring. Air ring Toshimoko, I guess, or try to dishonor Toshimoko. Take away that ability to stop conflicts. Um, huh? Okay. That was he fire ringed the Brash Samurai. That's interesting. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe chat wants to chime in opinions because it's been a long day of casting. Not entirely sure why you would do that. Is that not a Brash Samurai? Like, no, it looks very much like a Brash Samurai. Um, Alt art, but still, it's a 2/1 for 2. Uh, okay, we got a mill. Or is it political? The favor's been pushed forward, so we have to manage this mill. Void, okay, he's going to keep attacking this void, which I think is what Keeper of Air definitely has to do. I mean, other than get Kanjo lock. That's the first step. But no, you have to keep going void against Crane, because otherwise they'll just build up too much of a turn over turn sort of value advantage on you, despite your disgusting events. 4-1. My Ancestor's Strength would be my guess, if in fact the Gossip was on Forebearers. How many is he taking away? Looks like just 1. Yeah, he's playing the My Ancestor's Strength from the discard would be my guess. Which will take him to 7. And not Toshimoko Bulbul right now. In comes Toshimoko. Now, I believe this deck definitely plays Bonsai, and I think we've only seen 1. Cloud on what? Oh, with the tea house. So did he get that let go? Yeah. Oh, and away the Crane. Okay. Oh, he wants to go around. Yeah, he didn't really need that for the Censures. Okay, so we got a Cloud. Do we have a let go? Bonsai? Okay, Bonsai goes to 11. Bonsai goes on who exactly here? Toshimoko. So he must have. He must have the let go. Otherwise, this is madness. And he's just trying to bait more cards. But even then, he's actually down 6-8. No, he's up. He's up by 1. No, he's up by 2. 12 to 10, I believe, on the Seeker of Knowledge. That double clouded Oji looks suspicious now. I mean, yeah, you wanted him to stay clouded with the tea house, I suppose. And if he tea housed, you knew you couldn't play it again. So I can see it for sure. But okay, well, either you have the let go or you don't. And you're saying, oh no, Spear Rush is 4th. Oh, okay. I see. That's the second one. I think that one got dumped. So did he really not have to let go? Huh, interesting. Crane's been through a lot of cards too. Okay, so back goes this gigantic Seeker of Knowledge. Now, I think Toshimoka has to duel an opponent, so we can't use the box here to get a cheap duel on her. Okay. Or no, it was, yeah. Okay, so we got the rival going. I mean, there's a political conflict left. And possible My Ancestor's Strengths. No, that's the third. No, second Seeker of Knowledge. There could be another Seeker of Knowledge and another My Ancestor Strength. He's not going water here. A little risky unless I'm missing a My Ancestor Strength. I mean, unless I'm missing a Seeker of Knowledge being gone. Because I believe he's on no fate. Oh, okay, no, actually, I was wrong. He's on 2, obviously. So he's going for the break on this Forgotten Library. Display of power. Okay, whoops. Saw the card. That's not good. And it was display of power on a Earth Ring, I believe. Yep. Kakita Blade gets dumped. Okay, I guess that's like Scorpion Tech or something. Breaks. Okay, second break for Crane. Crane is clawing back into this. How many gossips do they have to stop these Forbearance Echoes for how long? And pass, no conflict character. I think that, I mean, you got to take risks when you're in this position, but, I mean, maybe chat, you disagree, but I would have been worried about that. Well, if you know the deck list really well, I think it's 2 Seekers is sort of the meta deck list, so you'd only have to worry about third Shrine Maiden. I think there might not even be a third Shrine Maiden. I might have missed one was played. And then I don't think that Shrine Maiden can get big enough politically. So yeah, maybe we were safe all along. Okay, a Whack of Fate for Phoenix, but I mean that board for Crane, thanks to the Uji dupe, is still pretty impressive, and Kanjo is gone. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? What do you think? We have Crane Phoenix is first this turn. So, I mean, they can still without another gossip, they can put a tremendous amount of pressure on the stronghold, and you know make really inefficient defenses, and then follow them up with My Ancestor Strength political attacks and stuff. So we shall see. Although there has been no duelist trainings. Oh yeah, there is. Is that a duelist training on Uji way off there? Okay, we see another Paragon of Grace. So he's running the double Paragon of Grace. I suppose this. I mean, this Crane deck is interesting for sure. It's not just purely kind of what I've seen Temple Crane type builds. This Paragon of Grace is obviously it's got the Steward as RL card. It's got 2 storage duels to the deaths at least. He shuffled because he on the Earth Ring he went to draw a card, and the DOP was played, so he wasn't supposed to do that. So he put it on top, and I think he saw it. He shuffled. I mean, maybe a warning type thing with flow rules. I think for sure, maybe harsher, but you know, all in all, no harm, no foul. Okay, so I think it's 7. I wish I could see the rest of the honor for Phoenix. I don't know if he can afford to deck himself. I think he can, but we'll see what the bid is. I mean, he could. He's got a ton of cards over the course of the game, so he could go with like a 3 or something. But I don't think he'll deck himself this turn anyway. That's the third keeper. Oh no, he would. It's not very many cards. Bids the 2. Okay, so draws the rest of his deck. Gets 3 honor as a big cushion. Oh, was he really down to 3? He took some unopposed there, so that's really hard to tell. I mean, he definitely hasn't played in Assassinates, played some Bonsais, but okay, Toshimoku gets a Tattooed Wanderer. I'm assuming that's defensive because Phoenix is first and can go water, and there's no favorable ground. We got the Maya Library again. Was that Maya Library number 2? I am in awe slash aghast, impressed, and surprised if that's the second Maya Library. Okay, we see just the Adept come in and water. Okay, so and he's on political water. Okay, so obviously my Ancestor Strength target to go to 6, so you can't just ignore this. Let's see, you could defend with Stewart, and although against the waves will fix your for shame wagon there. You could try with Paragon. Nope, he's gonna have to go in with the Uj, with the and it's water too, so he's probably I would imagine he is coverting Uji. So it's a very impactful water ring there, because now you can't go back water. to stand anything. Honors the duelist training, bows, and honors Toshimoko. But I think this did what Phoenix wanted, which is just to get the Toshimoko conflict over with. And obviously, Bao Uji is very, very valuable. Well, if he could, but he could forebears in an attempt to do it here. But I don't think a forebear. Oh no, it's political. Can't even do that. Okay, uses the court games while he can. Way of the crane. Comes back. I think 2 Voice of Honors have been played. Only 1 per deck. Oh, it goes back on the top, actually. Okay, cool. So so I'm not as blown away, but still, it's a Mia library. It's in play. That's cool to see. We're going to get an Honored Suki out of that, so that's a good sort of pair to pop up together. And now for Keeper of Air, these are pretty decent storms. I mean, he's got +3 storms, which kind of is where I think often Keeper of Air tops out on. It's because they're not about investing in the board. They're about big gross events. Okay, pass. So we get the Toshimoko out of the attack. That was the political, so the formal invitation's not going to save him to come in. Water Ring is claimed. Favor is, oh, still censures are still online if there are any left. I think there might be 1. Okay, we have an air ring, I guess, just to keep those keepers away. And so who does he send? Just the Paragon, okay. Risky. I mean, Suki's 4, right? And you're attacking with a 3. Now, obviously, defending upholding always feels bad, and it's going into possibly the game-winning conflict. You'd really like to see your opponent's hand. But defending and winning means you get 2 keepers and a fate. Not that Phoenix needs fate at all, so interesting choice. 2 displays have been played, so not entirely sure there's a third. I would be surprised. Nope, defends. Oh, it's military. Okay, sorry. But even then, there's been no gossip played, so he can forebears this. Which it looks like he's going to. I think I saw 2 fate. No, minus sister strength. Okay, so use the minus sister strength. So we're looking at. Oh, no, forebears echoes on Nobukai. Saving, I guess, the bird. Wow, really? I guess. I mean, you probably can get a pretty good character out with the bird, but you can do that next conflict. Clarity of purpose on use Nobukai. Everybody gets bowed. So it's 1-0. Yeah, but that's entirely true. He did draw his whole deck. I don't know if this deck typically runs 3 DOP, just because they're packed full of so many other spells. Most often I've seen 2, but he could have the third. But okay, so all 3 keepers come in. Keeper fate. Ouch. I think air was just not worth it there. I mean, dishonor pressure, yes, but I think air political if you're going to go. Okay, Uji gets a duelist training. Which I think is the second one? Or unless that's a fine katana. Maybe it's this first. Military void on the, so to get rid of the Paragon. Currently 3, 6, 7 to I think 9, possibly 11. Oh, they've given up the dice, which it's tense moments. I don't blame them. But they might bust him out. Just, they start getting confused. Okay, so duelist training on Suki. She bows. Phoenix has ways, many ways to deal. Well, one way to deal with this, no problem. Okay, C2 fate. Forebears echoes. For the bird, oh, voice of honor. Okay, he's got lots of fate. Stewart's in play. Oh, what? He doesn't want to defend with Stewart, I guess. Okay, decides he doesn't want to defend with Stewart. Opponent lets him take him out. Currently 4 to 9 or 4 to 11, depending on if that's a fine katana or a dual training or something entirely different that's kind of buried under all those attachments. Oh no, though this aren't known. It's still Swiss Pascal. Oh, yeah, no problem. There might be a third one. I don't know for sure. It's rare. I think in the Keeper of Air. Probably less rare in Seeker Void, but oh, another Four Barrels Echoes from hand. Okay, burden it. Oh, we got a stream interruption. Crucial moments. Oh, hopefully it's quick. Anyway, that will take it up to 10. 10 to, I mean, not breaking, but winning. Storms are worth 3 still. Is there really... Oh, the box activations removed from the game must be beside the discard pile we can't see, because there's certainly been Walking the Ways and stuff like that used. Okay, we're going to get some dice. Dice are off screen. Boo. That's not helpful, guys. Move the dice on screen. Okay, let's oh, looks like we could be back. Oh, nope, nope. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at where we are for the rest of the round. Okay, that's only... Oh, I could throw up Lotus Pavilion, but I'm afraid to miss anything if I go away. So there's only 4 other games going on. Oh, this one's already been recorded. What? No. What? Oh, maybe... Well, according to Lotus Pavilion, Jacek wins, which is interesting. I wonder how. I guess there might have been a concede on something here. That's weird. Like, what happens to this Uji? Multiple storms, maybe, to get over the top? Very interesting. Why is it marked in Lotus Pavilion as a win already? You know, obviously there's a little bit of stream delay, but that's a quick wrap-up. No, we see the handshake. I think that's a handshake. No, we see some people pointing at cards. Oh, it's killing me. Because right, it's only 10 versus whatever this Uji is. I'm entirely sure. Okay, that's a lot of pointing. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Okay. Some... Yep. Decks are being collected. Okay. Well, use your imagination. That's how that one ended. I mean, we know that Jacek won. I'm not entirely sure. I can envision a couple different ways. I mean, there's still bonsais in his deck. There was still storms in his deck. The box hadn't been used, so you know he could have got another like 4 or 5 strength that he needed pretty easily. I